Good evening, good afternoon, world, good morning, depending on what time of day you're looking at this video. Um, I just wanted to come with y'all, turn the tunes down a little bit. Shout out to my homeboy Ronnie, aka Pastor Ox, for the soundtrack for what I'm about to discuss with you guys. The other day I put a video on Facebook detailing my views and thoughts about being a black man in America. Now, some people don't really think twice about what it really means or what it really is to be a black man in America. So I shared my thoughts. I tried to share that same video on Instagram, but for whatever reason it didn't allow me to share it. So here I am today to record another video, reiterating some of my thoughts and feelings about what it is to really be a black man in America. Got a whole list of shit here, y'all. But first and foremost, I'll just let you guys know that being a black man in America is a fucking scary thing. It's a real deal scary thing. And here's the exact reason why it's a scary thing. At any given time in these continental United States of America, the average black man like myself, or your brother, or your homie, or whoever, can be taken out at the drop of a dime for nothing, for anything. By the police, by someone who just doesn't feel like they belong in that area, by somebody who feel like you did something wrong. Somebody could feel whatever way they feel about you and take you clean out, kill you, kill a black man, and quite possibly get away with it. That's a scary and sobering thought to carry around as black men. And that's not something that we, carry in the back of our heads. That's something that's right here. Like, right here at the front of our mind. Every fucking day of our life. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And what it's done is that it's caused a lot of our brothers to be out here walking around with everyday cases of PTSD. Like, some people may hear me say that and laugh, but that's G shit. Telling you what it feels like to be a black man in America. Nobody can tell you what it is to be a black man in America but a black man. And I'm pretty sure, I can say this with confidence, we don't talk about it a lot as black men, but we walk around with that little bit of fear in us. And it's not, a constant fear, but it's ignited and it's triggered by certain instances. Police brutality is a motherfucker. Every time we see an instance of police brutality, whether they done beat the shit out of somebody, or they kill a black man, innocent, whether you did something wrong or not, that triggers that feeling, that fear within each black man that could be me. It also triggers those memories, those bad, horrible fucking memories of any and all instances that we ourselves have had with the police, whether it be just or unjust. Because in those situations, we as black men, we truly don't know if we're going to come out of that shit alive or not. Other races, other creeds, other nationalities, other genders, other whoever, whatever you want to put your finger at. I guarantee y'all don't walk around with that same fear knowing that, hey, I might die at this traffic stop. And I know people out there saying, hey, it's good police in the world, and I agree. I agree, because I know a number of law enforcement individuals, that have helped me and my homeboys in certain situations and gave us guidance in life. But here's the thing. When I'm riding down the street and I look in my rearview mirror and those lights is flashing and I'm getting pulled over, and I pull over and I see this cop get out, whether he be black, white, whatever he is. I see this cop get out. I don't know if I'm dealing with one of these quote-unquote good cops. And hell, if he's a white cop, I don't even know if I'm dealing with one of these cops that the FBI has been tracking, that they know has been a part of white nationalists or white separatists or white power, whatever you want to categorize these terrorist organizations that love white people or champion white people, because that's what they are, terrorist organizations. You know, I don't know if that cop is a part of one of those organizations and just put that badge on and that, you know, that black and blue, whatever they say it is, that blue on, and just join the force. Like, I don't know if it's one of y'all quote unquote good cops or one of them cops being tracked by the FBI. So what's the end result for the black man? We inevitably fear them all. And it's not a good thing to do. Like, somebody that's supposedly there to protect and serve, but could take a side and get away with it. Hell, even civilians are getting away with that shit. Now what's going to happen? We're going to have this temporary mourning, this fucking momentary outrage, fad culture, this hashtag shit. Like, that shit don't last. Like I was telling a story about Troy Davis. Like, I'm not even going to tell the story because I want y'all to look up who is Troy Davis and what was going on about that. He might have been one of the first in a long line of hashtag stories. Now that I think about it, that was way back in 2011, but this shit been going on for a long time. But we're now getting into this hashtag culture, you know, with the internet. And now, you know, they always say, they say now racism isn't going, it's never been dead, it's just being filmed now. And that's true because everybody has multiple devices that all have cameras on them. But even with all that evidence, we're still getting murdered and killed in these streets, and people are getting away with it. And like I said, for what? To be a hashtag? That ain't what I'm trying to be, Holmes. And I get it. I totally understand the, you know, an eye for an eye argument. But what you got to understand about the eye for an eye argument? Well, if they take one of us out, we start taking one of them out. There's a couple things that's going to happen with that. A lot of innocent people are going to die. I'm going to just say it bluntly like that. Because on the whole, the black culture, the black people are not ready for that type of war. And to those that consistently and constantly be talking that, hey man, let's kill them all shit, chill, homie. Because I'm going to keep it G with you, dog. If you yourself are not ready for it, at the very least, a 30-minute fucking shootout with the fucking police or whoever that may be coming, chill all that conversation out. Because if you're not prepared, you're not gonna last in that so-called war that you're calling for, homie. So understand what you really calling for, dog. Like, y'all, like, I'm with it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm with it. But at the same time, I understand a lot of innocent people are gonna die if that were the case. Like, a lot of innocent people would die. Because they're not gonna come for me and you, you know, the ones that's ready for that shit. They're gonna go for the people that ain't. Because that's how, you know, the dominant society looks at it. You know, they already don't view us as a culture, as people. But black men, oh man, we had a disadvantage, yo. And it's a scary thing to walk around these streets as a black man, yo. And what's even crazier is that we experience these things, and it hurts to hear people, especially people like, you know, people close to you, that start to question you, like, well, what did you do to deserve that? Well, what were you doing for them to even look at you? Or, well, man, whatever, man, just get over that shit. Like, it's like, god damn. Can a black man feel his emotions? You're right. No, we can't. We taught from a young age not to feel emotions. Crazy. I told you, the life of a black man is crazy as fuck. What other race, creed, color, gender, what have you, is taught from a young age how to properly interact with the police, how to properly interact with white women. And I ain't just talking about these Karens around here that's calling the law on people now. I'm talking about way back to the Emmett Till days. They fucking killed Emmett Till for supposedly whistling and winking at a white woman. Newsflash, turns out, on her deathbed, she admitted she was lying. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. They just choked the black man out of Minneapolis. They fired the 4 police officers involved with that situation. But what's crazy to me is that just last year, Minneapolis paid the family of a white woman $20 million because they killed the innocent woman. And I throw no shade or mean no disrespect to the young lady or her family. I just bring up the situation to provide a little, contrast. It's like, well, comparison rather. 20 million, 4 police officers fired. Now, one thing I will say is that I did a little digging into that 20 million and did see that the family, I find it's crazy. They got 20 million and they donated money towards gun violence, stopping gun violence, but not stopping police brutality or combating anything, dealing with, police doing anything bad. Not dealing with anything that is the reason why your loved one was taken off this earth. Just think about that, though. But being a black man in America is fucking dangerous, y'all. You see anything that I didn't cover. Last thing I'll talk about. For those that really know me, I periodically used to take these social media breaks, these time outs, just unplug from that shit. And I never would tell people why, like 6 months, a year, whatever. I used to share a lot of, deep news stories, a lot of crazy stuff, whatever. And like I told you, every time a black man sees an instance of, that police brutality of a black man dying, that shit reopens old scars, old wounds within, us. We feel that shit. We hurt. That shit fucking bothers us, y'all. Like, bothers us to our core. But I used to see that shit consistently and constantly on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the other social medias. It just got too much. And that's the same thing that's happening now. Like, you cannot get on social media without constantly seeing, stories about Ahmaud or what's going on in Minneapolis. Like, Jesus. What do you think that's doing to the average black man? We don't really talk to a lot of people about that type of shit too. Think about that. When the last thing I'll give you to think about. Last thing I'll give you to think about. When was the last time that you really asked a black man how is he doing? And meant it. Like, how you feeling, bro? Like, what's going on? You alright? Just think about that.